Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. It's me, Lloyd, and we're back playing some more Tavern Talk. And I'm just making sure my audio levels look good this time. They look okay. They look serviceable. Welcome in. If you haven't seen any of the other parts, and especially if you're watching this on YouTube, I highly recommend you check out the playlist for Tavern Talk. I've been uploading every episode on that. If you're just joining us for today's stream, it's okay. I basically talk about everything every single time it gets brought up, so you'll be caught up. Hey Guru! Hey stream! Yay you! Welcome in. Welcome. Perfect. Yes, I think all of my audio is behaving enough. Well, we've had some really aggressive weather today, so every time I look out my window I get a little surprised, but that's okay. How am I doing? I'm okay. I am good. I feel like I'm always been a little sick. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. I forgot to open my soda, but how are you? I'm sure someone would have loved that crisp ASMR soda tab pop, but no, I'm good. I'm really excited. I got a fancy camera on super sale, and I'm supposed to be, fingers crossed, getting that this week. But like I mentioned, with the weather being kind of gross, I've been getting some accessories for it, delivered like every couple of days leading up to the camera itself. And some accessories were supposed to show up today, and they just failed to deliver, and I did some digging, and after calling a phone number, it ended up being an automated response, and then using a chat bot, and finally, lining up all the stars. It feels like it anyway. I eventually got the answer that if it's the first failed attempt, these words actually mean these words, and they're gonna try again anyway, so there's nothing I have to do about it. Okay, cool. But because the weather's been so bad, we're pretty sure that it has to do with the weather. It's too hot here. Also too capitalistic here. There, I feel that. I feel that so much. Audio sounds good. You're just speaking a bit quiet. Nothing bad. Alright, cool. I'll keep that in mind. I've been messing with my mic because I've been recording other stuff. So we'll just keep it here. Let's see, hope it gets sorted out. Also, I hate AI customer service. Me too. It was almost comical on the chatbot that I was connected to. It actually wouldn't even let me type in free, asking specific questions. It was the customer service bot gave me very specific things I could pick from. And if it wanted information that was unique to me, it gave me very specific boxes to fill in very specific answers. And so eventually when it gave me all the information, the only option it gave me was end chat. I couldn't ask any clarifying questions, I couldn't go any other directions. It was almost comical. It was yeah, we're done with you, thanks, bye. Post-vacation sickness? Yeah, maybe. As someone who's I've got a lot of digestive things and fun things, and with the fun lettuce thing that's happening in the US, there's almost no way of me ever knowing what if I'm actually sick or not. So just kind of let it ride and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I just say the lettuce thing everyone knows what's going on in the US at all times. But yeah, no, apparently uncooked vegetables, there's probably better sources online than me, so I might need to do your own research if you're curious. AI, and chat sounds logical here. Yeah, we're done. We don't want to get ourselves into any more trouble. But, yeah. So in Tavern Talk, I haven't been paying attention to these wanted posters, and I've wanted to. I think it would be really cool to find out if they're based off of anything, or if they're just really cool drawings that the person who was involved in that part of the game wanted to include. If I was this good at portraits, I absolutely would just randomly add them to the game. But I almost like, how neat would that be if it's like someone who's like part of making the game? Let's see. You had to deal with AI over the phone to fix your car. I'm so sorry. That sounds like it sucks. Even like without any extra details. First time was a waste of time, so the second time I just cussed it out and it immediately brought me to a person. I've actually heard so many people doing that. Like, I feel so bad for the person who eventually gets on the line, but I've seen a bunch on TikTok of people when they go through drive-thrus. Like, AI answering drive-thrus is wild. AI anywhere that is replacing customer service, wild. But like for a drive-thru for food specifically, I've just seen like the funniest responses to it. Like, some people immediately ask for 5,000 cups of water, some people start cussing it out, and just like almost immediately, like the second they ask for 5,000 cups of water or the second anything happens, immediately the most tired sounding human pops up and goes, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I feel so bad for that one person. I hope your car got fixed, or at least it's on the mend, on the way to it. Let's see. Again, one last look. I don't want to increase my volume too much. Let me try one more. It's not that it's bad, it's just that if I have control, I would like to change it a little bit. I'm just gonna press a couple buttons. Alright, we'll try that. It might be on its way to something good. Okay. What? Let's get scooting. You've heard of the 5,000 cups? The best part is that at least early versions were more than happy to sell 5,000 cups of water. Your Taco Bell had it for a week and then they took it down. That's honestly like, I don't know if malicious compliance is the right word for it, but I absolutely love how creative people are getting with exercising how much control they have over what feels like an impossible situation. Just like AI being shoved down our throats everywhere. One thing that gets me, that I wish, like, I don't know the details about it, but I keep seeing videos from like those Waymo cars, the self-driving cars, and it's always people being put in such dangerous situations, or like, I saw one around the 4th of July that the Waymo car just drove over fireworks that were in the street. I saw one where, I guess like, it wasn't a video, it was a news article, but it was like these teenage boys, the Waymo registered that they were doing something illegal, or they were littering or something, so they actually, allegedly, right, the Waymo vehicle locked the doors and called the police and like held the kids there until they showed up. And it's like, why do we keep getting in these? Why is this like, I saw one thing online that said sometimes you don't know a Waymo was hired. I don't know if it's for like Uber or Lyft or whatever, but I saw that once online, and I don't know how like widespread that experience is. Hi Josh, welcome in. The car's fine. Apparently the warranty is just a scam, so I had to take my car elsewhere. I hate dealerships. Me too. I had to give someone very close to me advice on buying a car, and most of it is, oh my gosh, like obviously I haven't bought a car in a couple of years, but no, dealerships suck. At the end of the day, they're trying to sell you something, and my biggest advice I gave them was walk in with a firm budget. They're gonna go over your budget. Be firm about the budget. Your budget's important. They can match your budget. They will make it sound like they can't. They can match your budget. Be firm on your budget. Second, don't make it sound like you're not leaving without a car. Make it sound like you're coming there and you're interested, but you're really not gonna buy today. Make it sound like you can't go home without a car. Make it sound like it. Like, if they think that you're gonna sit there until you have a car, they know that they're gonna get money out of you, and it's just, they have all the power. They think they have all the power in that situation. And the third one, they're gonna try to sell you a bunch of extra shit. They're gonna try to sell you a bunch of extra shit that, like you're pointing out, has very specific warranties, very stringent warranties. Like I've seen some stuff like tire protection or like scratch protection, like anything that's important enough, your auto insurance is gonna cover. Like this is just me. This is just me giving like unprofessional advice, so do with it whatever the fuck you will, but legitimately, dealerships suck so much. It's horrible. Yeah, they drove over fireworks. Yeah, I saw it was a Waymo video, and when Waymos, it's horrible because you can tell in these videos that the vehicle knows something bad is happening, or there's something about the environment that it's unsure about, as unsure as a vehicle can be, and autonomous vehicle can be. But like it goes really slow, or it like kind of inches forward, and it's like, why are you doing this? Sorry, I'm trying to pick the save that's the furthest along. I think it's that one. Yeah, the kids were drinking underage, and the Waymo broke down and called the police. Still absolutely hate it. Wow. Yeah, no. No, like at that point, if it was like a taxi driver or a private driver or something, like you can't perform like a citizen's arrest, and especially, I don't know if they were minors, but there's so many levels to that that is not good. Is not good. If it was coming from a morality standpoint, I think there were other ways to either report that or handle that that don't literally trap or kidnap somebody. My autism hates dealing with dealerships. I just want to be honest and have them be honest. Yes. Yes, I wish I knew the guy's name, and honestly I've never worked with him, but he was really big on, I think it was TikTok. He would charge something like $1,000. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, feel free to like say their screen name in chat, but he would charge something like $1,000, and it was free for a consultation. But once you told him what kind of vehicle you were interested in, what your budget was, like your location, he would then charge $1,000, and his job is then to find that vehicle at any dealership and arrange for it to be within your budget, arrange to get it to you. And the reason why he's allowed to, like, he knows how to talk to the dealerships, and he knows how to, like, you call one, you say this is what I'm here for, and if they're not interested, he'd call another one. So he'd do all of that gross shit. And at the end of the day, like, I have no idea like if it like was real or not, but the way people were talking about their testimonies was that they would save enough money off of the total price of the car that it well made up for his like commission. I don't know what the right word is for it, but every like I was like digging into it for a little while and like seeing different videos and people talk about it, and I was like, that sounds so cool. Like if someone has that skill, like that like special skill of being able to deal with being on the phone, talking to people, talking to salespeople, if that's your like super skill, and like that's like the best way to help people in my opinion. What, the streamer doesn't support random kidnapping and empowering the police state? Absolutely not. I'd pay $1,000 for someone to deal with car BS. That's what I was thinking too. I haven't heard about him online for like most of this year, so maybe I'm just not, you know, sometimes the For You page just drops you off somewhere and then you never see it again, but who knows? I say this as like a little caveat to, if horrible things have like developed about his business, I don't know anything about it. My bad. So let's see. I think let's check out the chat log here. Oh, I think I did this last time. There's a load slot that I read it incorrectly. Yes, I swapped the month and the day. Yep. Okay, so this is an old one. I was having deja vu because this is exactly how we started last stream. But no, we want this one. We want this one. No, we don't. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Please hold. Did I not? Oh. Oh, there's a scroll bar. I might be relying on an autosave. I must not. Wait, okay. The 29th, that's today, so we can't rely on that. Let's see, let's count. 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. Was that 21? 22. 22, so it's definitely this one. I wonder where along the way I got another save spot. This looks right. This is, yep, this is it. Yep, this is it. We got there. Now to review the log. What's funny is sometimes I'll save like alternate saves with the intention of, oh, I'm about to make a risky decision, but give me 5 minutes and I won't remember what the risky decision was. So even if I don't like what happens, I have no idea which one of those saves was for what. Some games you can name your saves. Do I do that? No. But having that option's pretty good. Yes, Melly returned. Let's take a quick peek real quick. What were we working on? Oh, Grace was telling us about the 2 scrolls that her brother Hex was working on. I have a theory. It's not a great one. I'm realizing all my theories about this game about people being secretly evil. Sorry, that's just what I'm about. Innkeep, I've been on the Innkeep, our character's ass this whole time. He's got something to do with primordial magic. He's not honest with everybody, even though, like, he talks to them like he's, you know, in their corner and supports them. Like, he's not honest about who he is and where his magic comes from. I'm a little sus about him. Also, that weird fight he had with Fable. We haven't seen Fable yet. They haven't come back. Everyone's really worried about them. But I digress. So the most recent theory I have is Hex, in his obsession with the fact that he inherited the elven lifespan and his twin sister inherited the human lifespan of their half-elfness. His obsession with finding, I don't think he said immortality so much, he might have, but he's very interested in immortality. So I think, and it would be really sad, he might have something to do with what's going on. The one caveat though is he obviously doesn't have the armor that everyone's saying that the necromancers and whatever are wearing, but I am really worried that he might be part of some of this nonsense. But Grace is talking about the different scrolls that he was researching and then gave up on really quickly. Ooh, more Innkeep paranoia conspiracy theory brewing. Yes, yes. I love when a character is revealed to be at minimum more morally gray than they're initially presented. That's like one of my favorite things. Especially when the logic is sound, or like you can see as the audience where they're coming from. But let's see. So yes, we're talking about the 2 different scrolls. One of them had to do with soul binding, and I think if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in Asteria with incredible accuracy, even to protected places and other planes. But trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body. So you think it'd kill its caster? Almost certainly so. It still has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it. Best of luck. I can't remember what the first scroll was. Oh, okay, so they're teleportation and soul binding. The 2 different scrolls. Alright, here we go. But yeah, no, Melly's been back. Melly's back. We got Melly back 2 episodes ago. She had sort of, not really wandered off, but she got involved in someone else's quest. And she's so used to being on her own and just not having family and whatever that it didn't really register to her that people would be worried about her. So that's good. Love that. But now that Fable's been missing for a long time, I'm worried. I'm very concerned. Okay, so we're telling Grace best of luck. Thank you. What would we learn about Grace? Sometimes we learn more in the book. Actually, you know what? What I learned when I read these book entries is how the Innkeep thinks. What the Innkeep thinks is important. So, let's see. Grace is probably Voyage's biggest fan. I didn't know that. That's the musician. This is Voy. And what's funny is Iniko loves Voy too, so this is really funny. Grace is probably Voyage's biggest fan. From time to time, she argues with her brother because, to her, he seems very controlling, even though she's more than capable of casting protective spells. But now, she has her hands on two very powerful yet dangerous spells and is determined to figure out how to use them. This is the biggest... What does this have to do with anything? By the way, Voy is her favorite artist. Also, she's working with some pretty dangerous magic. Just BT dubs. Oh, right. Hex also brought back a lot of the wizard's personal notes. Diaries and such, retellings of his exploits, of his hopes, dreams, and fears. When I have some more time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was. Maybe I can even put a little exhibition together. If Voy and Iniko let me borrow some of those music items. I doubt they dare refuse you. I'd hope not. I also love that almost everyone in the game is like, they're not just co-workers or people that happen to know each other. They seem to like interact and get along when they're not in the game, so that's kind of cool. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. Okay, Millie. But first we need to finish this research, just cause we need to figure out what to do if it's just nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's ever-bloom stories. Ooh, okay, thanks for letting me know that your internet's having trouble. We'll be here. Good luck. He's trying to figure out whether we can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat. Maybe you can duct tape them back together? I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy could be. Clay said he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I think that might be a clue. Okay, so we got flowers. Interesting. Speaking of untrustworthy narrators, do you like narrators that are morally good that turn out to be maybe evil? That feels so broad that I can't think of an example. In concept, that sounds really cool. Personally, I like unreliable narrators who don't realize they're lying, if that makes sense. I like that they think they're telling the truth, or that their version of reality is not so much that they're hallucinating, but more like how they interpret how someone's acting, or how they interpret something is different. I like that quite a bit. I'm a fan of that. I'm trying to think of evil narrators. If you have any examples, let me know. Those are great. You should play Deltarune. Unrelated, you should play Deltarune. That's so funny. I was doing some digging and I have Undertale on something. I just can't find it. I think I got it on like a Humble Bundle. Either a Humble Bundle or an Itch.io bundle. I'm actually gonna check on something while we're here, just because I'm gonna forget, because we've been talking about Undertale forever. Let's see. I've been collecting the free games on Epic Games for years, actual years. So I'm just checking to see if there's Undertale on that. No Undertale on my Epic Games library. I have never spent $1 on Epic Games, and if anyone wants to guess how many games I have in the library, please put it in chat, because I just saw the number and I'm very proud of myself for how many free games I've gotten. Let me check Steam. Maybe I got it on something there. Oh, I have it on Steam. Oh, I got it recently. Must have been during the summer sale. But nope, I have it, so. Undertale is part of so many charity bundles. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, I have so many free games on Epic too. Like, and I forget to grab them every week sometimes. Let's compare it. Let's do it. let's do it. While you're checking, I'm gonna see if we can get through a scene. I feel like we're so close to the end. I'm not sure though. Let's see. Clay said he noticed some flowers on his armor, so that's a new clue. We haven't had that clue yet. Maybe he's a florist, or there were zombie flowers, or he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. I get it's really cute that she's a kid, but she's like been very, her characterization has been very, like, it's been more mature than this. So I'm a little, oh, on the other hand, maybe this is because she's getting comfortable being a kid because she's got all these adults who care about her, and she's able to relax. Maybe, you know, I'm gonna look into it that way. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, and then we can figure out his weaknesses. Not that we'll need them, because Nils and the others will. What did he say? Kick his abs. But looking into it makes me calmer. Yeah, so everyone went on the big quest. We broke them up into 2 different teams, and they were not included in this. Can't check how many games on mobile. I'll trust you beat me though. When you do find out, let me know. Let me know. I've been collecting... I wish I had a year in mind. I really don't. But, nope. I just checked, and I have 442. Let me actually check while I'm talking about it, because I will always forget. I'm gonna check real quick to see if I got this week's game, because that resets tomorrow. Watch my computer crashes or stream crashes or something, because Linux can't run Epic games like from base. It needs to use something called the Heroic Launcher, Heroic Games, which combines Epic Games, GOG, and Amazon Luna, which I think Amazon Luna is ending soon. When Epic 4 Tales is free, I don't know what that is, but we're gonna grab it. Using the Royal We there. Yeah, no, I have a weekly alert on my phone, and I just grab the free game every time. Around Christmas time, they usually have like a ton. They get traditionally it rotates weekly, but during Christmas time, sometimes they have like a different game every day or every 2 days, and I always miss days doing that. But I was pretty like religiously getting them every week, but they started repeating games after a while, and they always try to freaking get you into their D&D game. They try to give you like some microtransaction boosts for their D&D game, and like no, stop, you just wasted a week. No, I'm not interested, thanks. Alright, cool. Enough yapping for me to grab that. Free is good, free is good. I think this year I stopped getting the free games if I don't know or don't care about them. There, it gets to a point where you just can't. You will not play them all, you cannot play them all. But you know, if I think about it, I grab it. Let's see. Melanie says yes. They'll be alright, right, Innkeeper? The zombies aren't going to eat them like they ate my parents? I forgot that was her backstory. Can you imagine saying they might? I was yapping about this last time. There has to be a reason why all these negative options are here. I think it would be really cool if there's a reason why it would make sense to do all the negative options. It just, some of them have a, not this one, but some of them have like a finality to them that makes me wonder if he knows things that we don't know. They'll all protect each other. He'll come back for you. I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I love them so much. I know I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Nils, Carolyn, and Fable come back? This is so cute. That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again. You're not alone anymore, you are home, or ... Can you imagine playing asshole in Keep Run? Like, just the whole run's being a jerk. Um, it's really funny. I'm at such odds with answering completely positive and completely fluffy because I do not trust the innkeep. I do not trust him. I'm probably the only person that plays the paranoid tavern talk, but that's what's happening. That's where we're at. We're gonna do You're Not Alone Anymore. You are home. Feels a little a little cheesy. A little bit like I'm your mom now. Don't like that. You're not alone anymore is factual, is true, and it's not like promising too much. I know, and that makes me feel a lot braver. But enough dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Nils. Just a less repressed and gay for Fable. She... Oh, that's phenomenal. She says with a straight face. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on our research tomorrow, Keeper, but first, we are going to get a lot of ice cream. Oh, I have ice cream. I'm gonna have some ice cream later. Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Save some for me. We'll try. You never leave the inn. Quincy's back! So, I think I'm really excited for this because the last time Quincy was here, I think he, like, called us out on not being open to the people around us. And I hope this happens again. What was I thinking about? I'm just so distracted by the fact that Melly calls out Nils for being gay for Fable. That is so funny. That's so funny. Earlier in the conversation, she couldn't remember the word specifically. Started saying spaghetti, but then by the end of it, she's focused on the important things. That's what matters. Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. I thought something might have happened to you. I feared you went home without saying goodbye. Ooh. This feels like something about planes. That's what this feels like. I wouldn't do that, my friend. Are we from the same plane? Wait, I missed gay? Damn you, internet. I tried to clip it, so if it I tried, so it might be there. But no, Melly said something about Nils is busy being gay for Fable, and it was the cutest thing. Fable needs to come back. I'm very stressed out. I will continue to be stressed out until we hear anything about Fable. It's been a while. It's been at least 2 full streams, minimum. But now we have Quincy. Aw, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see. So Quincy, we said we thought you went. You said you went good. Look, you left without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that, my friend. The writing in this really lends to double meaning, and I'm obsessed. I did end up finding those golden loon feathers quickly with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How were things with you, though? He looks concerned. You don't need to say much for me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in limbo. Like dancing on the edge of a blade? One wrong move and it's over? Something like that? Would it help if I asked you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Here, after all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Melly's gonna love that recipe. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Look at that. Oh, oh my gosh, that's everything but strength. It's so cute with the little cup it comes in. I like that. That's good. That's good. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Now, go on. Make me a drink. This one or another one. Whatever you'd like. So here's the thing. Oh. And we do have a request. Here's the thing. Quincy's not in our book. Anyone who's like a crossover or real life reference, it's not in our book of characters. So I don't know, like I don't have a collection of the things they've said before or what they've been interested in. So it's very hard for me to remember what we talked about before specifically. But let's just make the hot chocolate though. I know he said any of them, but I would like to make the new drink. Hot chocolate. Perfect for the cold nights of the winter solstice or days when your heart just needs a little warming up. Quincy's hot chocolate will have your spirits reinvigorated in no time. This hot cocoa with a dash of cinnamon quickly returns the feeling back into your chilled bones and maybe will make you feel a little less alone. Has anyone had, I don't know what about this reminded me of it, but has anyone had like spicy chocolate? I haven't had it since like probably like 10 years at this point, but it's like chocolate that has either chilies in it or something else. It's surprisingly good. I don't know if I'd sit down and eat like a whole bar in one sitting, but I think it's like a dark chocolate. I could be making this up, but I remember like a friend was vacationing about it back and I was surprised. I liked it. It was good. Spicy chocolate's weird. It's good, but I'm too white. Hey, at least you know. It's good to know one's limits. It's good to know one's limits. That's so funny. Like I said, I won't be able to sit down and eat a whole bar, I don't think, but it's pretty good. Especially if I know. Once, Oju Beifong, we made a sandwich. We went out to go do something. I can't remember what it was, but I made sandwich using some of like the deli meats and cheeses that he'd gotten at the store, and I remember being worried that the cheese had gone bad because when I went to eat the sandwich, something was wrong about it. Like it was biting me, and I was very confused. But he's like, "No, it's horseradish. It was horseradish cheddar," and I was like, not knowing, and eating cheese that was spicy was very mean. It was very mean. I went from being very concerned to, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. But you know, let's make the hot chocolate. I want to give Quincy an infusion, even though Quincy's not really like involved in what's going on here. I would like to give Quincy an infusion. What's one that's negative in swords? This one. I believe fake crystals are inspiration. No, it's either inspiration or speed. I always confuse them. Invisibility, the secret third option. Okay. I'm glad. Okay, what do we got? So we got one in dexterity and one in wisdom. Let's get some more pluma in there. And one more. Lovely. One Cantio for the charisma. And then one Fridges for the defense. Hot chocolate, dash to 1. Oh, I want that mug. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Want to sip yourself? You look like you need it. So sweet. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. It most certainly is. Thank you, Innkeep. Of course. So, how are you? I already asked Quincy. So what's funny is they've got me so paranoid because Innkeep always asks everybody for their names. Always ask for their names, and at first it sounded like they just like welcoming people, like getting to know people. But he's made enough jokes about like creating secrets for drinks and like gathering people's stories that I'm so suspicious of Innkeep. Now Quincy, granted, Quincy just wants us to be okay, but they've asked every single time they've been in, like they've been like pushy about asking how we are, and I'm just like so paranoid about the whole thing. I'm like, why? Like, what else could be happening? Are you flirting with me? Everyone flirts with the innkeep. It's unreal. So how are you? We need to know about our magic. Why am I answering? I don't know. I'm okay, I think I'm just numb. I'm losing my mind. Yes. We are going to be a little undone so that we may learn something. Understandable. It feels like an underreaction. It feels like there are a million different emotions swirling around in my head, almost none of them good. And if they are good, my worries twist them into something horrifying. That doesn't seem fair. I don't know if emotions can be fair or unfair. Either way, it's good to feel things. Reminds you you're alive. Yeah, true. I'd like to feel a little less. We all say that, until we suddenly do, and then we wish we weren't so empty. Okay. Isn't it good to care again? To have people you want to be well? Care again. So does that mean we've been really bad before? Like unwell? Maybe I didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to. Okay, so Quincy obviously has known us for a long time. Long time TM, bold underscore capitalized. So I don't like from the before. Like I don't know. We don't know a lot about the before times, but we do know that there's some weight to it, some gravitas, and like something happened. I didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to, but it just happened. Yes, just like that, without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes what it wants is friendship. But I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things are on the line now, perhaps more than you bargained for. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons, your friends? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Funny. Funny? Didn't you swear to me you were done fearing death? That you had nothing left to lose? What is his face? What's happening? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. I'll keep my I told you so to myself. What? I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you to know we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come with the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss also comes with the reward of love. You can't lose something without having loved it. Dang. And so you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter, the moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle anytime. Wow. Uh-oh, shadowed face. I right? Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. Ooh. Are we gonna leave the inn? Can we physically leave the inn? I forgot how good you are at giving advice. It makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. I hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course. Please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. Ooh. That's good. That's good. Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll try to remember that. So using this logic, I'm going to lose as many relationships as possible and retroactively label them as love because I lost them. There are some people who legitimately, they just fly by the seat of their pants, love fast and often. I respect them for it. I respect them for so much. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so don't let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. I think that's what he says in his videos. It's been a long time since I've seen a Quincy video. Why don't I get a catchphrase? Oh well. Guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennium. Chat, 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 chat. Hey, the fuck do you mean next millennium? What does that mean? Humans don't last millennium. What's going on? What's the deal? Lloyd thinks he might have been right about a thing. Speed running? That's pretty clear. What does it mean? What is it? Wait, who's this? Who is this? Oh, is this our ex? Oh, I'm so excited. I think he means next millennium. Can you imagine? It's just like Y2K, like it's like 1999 or this world's equivalent of it. He's like, yeah, maybe next millennium. Like he's trying to be cheeky. Or next century, whatever. Same shit. A little different, like a couple zeros, but. What is a millennium? It's been a minute since I've needed to care about what the fuck words mean. Millennium. I'm not gonna tell you how I spelled it. Let's see. It's 1,000 years. Oh, is a millennium 1,000 years? Everybody save your crystal balls, Y2K will break them. Was that a thing? Did people think that? I know everyone thought the internet and all technology was gonna die. It is 1,000 years. Okay. I should have believed in myself. Alright, Josh says he thinks he means next millennium. That'd be really funny if he didn't. We're gonna hold you to that. Every time I look at the Pokebot, it's always like a Spinda or something. But it's okay. If anyone wants a Spinda, they can catch it. Probably, maybe. Okay, what's going on? We have an ad that's about to happen. I think I can run the ad now, because what's going to happen is this handsome man is going to start speaking, and I'm going to play right through the ad. I know who I am, you know who I am, it's just what's going to happen. But we are going to take a quick break so I can push the ad, so the ad runs at an opportune time. So get some water, stretch, get some food, do what you gotta do, but we'll be back in about 6 minutes, okay? Dean, if you... Hello. Welcome back from the break. I needed to tell everyone that OGB Fang said that the fish were ugly. Just needed to say that he was bullying the fish. He said it in a different way, but you get the point. But yes, I completely forgot that. Yeah, I made that video from when I visited Toronto, like 2 weeks ago. That was at the Toronto Aquarium. Very good time. It was so busy though. I have tea. I've got my little like squirrel. I don't know if you can see this, but little squirrel shaped infuser that sits on the edge of my cup. It's very cool. I will leave him there. Yes. We've returned. And we're ready to play. Yes, we have no idea who this is. I think we're about to find out though. I love aquariums. I could spend forever there, and I love jellyfish. I could spend forever with jellyfish. In an aquarium. Alright, handsome man, who are you? Hello. Greetings, traveler. Catch up with your past? Hello? That was the name of the achievement we just got? We've only been to one, but it's the tallest one, the one in Osaka. I don't know. I won't be able to tell you. I know which one that is. The one I went to is the Ripley's. I think it was called Ripley's Aquarium. My greetings, traveler. Look at him. Excuse me. Nice armor. Is it new? Oh, they did say flowers. I thought they meant flowers in the design. No. Doesn't it seem familiar? The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? Yes, I think I was right about X. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They have a 3-story tank? Okay, keep that in mind. That sounds sick. Oh, did you keep my books? What is happening? What is this? Oh no, an accent keeps the books evil. If he didn't keep the books, I think that'd be evil. You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd be long gone by now. After all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. Though your visit is making me consider moving soon. It's not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually, the past will catch up to you. You knew where we were for so long. Why are you visiting now? I figured. Oh, he's pissed. What brings you here really, Asar? Ooh. You know, this and that. I paid Morrow Castle a visit. It was him. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing. Trespassing. You broke in? No, of course not. I walked in. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on the door. Unfortunately, vampires these days have no hospitality. No one came forth to greet me, so I had to let myself in. That was a bit rude of you, no? Rude? Innkeeper. Why don't we have a name? Why don't we have a name? What's happening? I feel like out of everyone, Kasar should know what our name is. What is happening? Rude? Innkeeper. Politeness has always been a virtue I stand by. I don't remember you as a polite person. Your mind must be failing you. The manor was derelict. Seems like even vampires are abandoned eventually. Inside, broken glass and blood speckled the ancient halls. A shame. It must have been such a beautiful estate once. But I didn't dwell too long. I took the chance to get what I wanted without any inconvenient interference. And what would that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? I'm losing it. I've been like wanting this for this entire time we played this game, and he's here. I'm so excited. That's why I made it my job. What? Being nosy? Something like that? I get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets? That's what I've been saying! I don't manipulate, I listen. Exactly, you know me too well. Here's the thing, I want to do the second answer so bad. Not like as a, ooh, I'm evil too, but as a, like almost like a sarcastic response. I feel like that'd be so funny. Like, I feel like that'd be so fitting too. But like, especially, what if someone's listening? That would be sad. That'd be our luck if Fable's like right there. Oh wait, are you an AI? No. No, there's nothing sexy about a mysterious and like oops AI. No. We need to be an accidental, we're an oops evil primordial being. Let's say it together. We're gonna do the second one. I've been swayed. Unfortunately so. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have that you, Kassar Duskbringer, would want? Dang. Oops evil is always better than oops AI. You can quote me on that. Goo 2026. Let's see. So we have his full name, Kassar Duskbringer. He's not gonna be in this fuck-ass book, is he? Oh, he is! We're gonna let the interaction go before I read this because there's so much space for reveals, but we're gonna read the book. Trust. Just a little blood. Ingredients for the execution of a grand design. Grand design? We were never ones to make big plans. We? Okay. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? It seems like it was pretty easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Yet, you're hiding. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? To throw your accusations around? No. I guess I just wanted one last chat now that everything's coming to an end. What's his goal? And I'm curious about this old friend of mine is doing. I read that wrong, but you get the point. So how are you doing, friend? I'm full of hope for a better tomorrow. I'm worried the world we know will end. I'm all for flirting, but I don't understand, like, how we left things. I did their dynamic, I don't get it yet. So maybe being on it. Flirting's so fun. I don't know which one to do. Don't flirt with an ex. Okay, we're practicing healthy boundaries. Fine. fine. I'm where the world we know will end. We'll be vulnerable instead. How's that? That doesn't worry me one bit. It can only go up from here. For you. Why? Why for him? Why is he... it's... How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job. Why does he keep saying that? Why do we keep saying that's our job? What do you... Is it like because it's a hospitality thing, or does it like go further? It's my job and my tavern is open to everyone. Your protective spells beg to differ. That's why he took so long. They let you through, didn't they? Grumpy. So, how about a drink? And then you tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure. Let's see if you still know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. What? It's my job certainly sounds like a fantasy equivalent of AI. No, don't do this. Andu, are you scared? Oh, he's shivering, so he doesn't like the Tsar. Let's read this book. Let's read this book. Charisma? No, he's got enough. He's got enough. He's trouble. Oh, we have nothing. Okay, so human 58. You have an age. You're what? Ages? How long have you been 58? Like what? How do you have an age? Baba's 555 and it sounds like she has less history than this guy does. He, him, paladin. Was he a paladin? Majocracy. Chaotic evil. The devil. How do you paladin? I thought he was the necromancer. What's happening? Do you have any poisonous ingredients? Here's the thing. I have been so dedicated to infusing every single drink we make that I can't go against that and not infuse his drink. But so maybe we just give him the least helpful one. I don't think we have a sexy infusion. Unfortunately, there's not an option for that. But we're gonna do our job correctly though. What is our highest charisma drink? 1,000 wins? Is that it? Yikes. He doesn't need defense. I do love a good sunny breeze. Let's be honest. It's the perfect talking drink because you've got your charisma and you've got the wisdom being the second highest stat. Highly recommend. The sparkling nebula is wisdom maxed. So it's just this is the one. Putting aside the fact this is an evil man who might be part of orchestrating the end of the world, he is. Let's not say part, but I think we're gonna give the sexy man this sunny breeze. Yeah, let's do it. Feels so funny. Okay, we give him divine protection. No, that'd be silly. That'd be working against our best interests. I feel like inspiration would be kind of. What is this one? I think the ghost just invisibility. We're not giving the evil man invisibility. That's just helpful. There's nothing sexy about that. Let's see. I think it would be fun to give him inspiration. I think that's on theme. So we've got honey flower. Let's see. What else does inspiration? And thunder sage. Is it just those two? I thought we had a third one recently. Nope, it's honey flower and thunder sage. This one will do because there's no strength in this drink. I feel so funny being like, we're gonna do this right. He might be an evil man, but we have a job and we're proud of it. Andu is so scared. Sunny breeze. Andu's not even telling us. I heard the little ding that says we got it, but he's so scared. If anything else, like I can excuse most of everything else about this terrifyingly sexy evil man. But the fact that Ondu's afraid of him, I don't like that. As there's no positive points for that. If anything, it's almost like wiped away everything. Because why is Ondu afraid of him? What's going on here? You can be an evil man. You can, orchestrate the end of the world. But if my dragon familiar, if my pet guy is afraid of you, that's inexcusable. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's something I am not too keen on. We'll play along, we'll do what we gotta do, but if it comes out that he was ever rude to Andu, it's done. It's done, chat. It's done. Watch, we fucked this up because I was yapping. Let's see. The one drink. How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost. Tastes like back in the day. Don't soften your expression. Don't do that. The music, stop it. It's like getting more comfortable. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. I assumed you're as good at abandoning memories as you are at abandoning people. What happened? He's making me think that we left him at the fucking grocery store or something. What do you mean? Ouch. It seems like people are right about one thing, though. What would that be? I made up some words, get over it. Your drinks can influence fate. They can't save people, but they can push them in a direction. Alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. I simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble. Yeah, I know, that pisses me off too. How awfully morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing's changed. I assumed that there was some sort of spiritual reason, like magic tier system, some sort of hierarchical, god realm reason why we weren't getting involved. But if this is literally just a moral failing, that's worth getting called out for. I like it that way. Ooh. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what a little entropy would do. I help. You help, sure. You always liked to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I have no metric here to know if he's coming from what's he coming from, you know what I'm saying? But I only know that the innkeep has been really sus about a few things. Is trusting the angry ex that is wearing armor that has been seen at very disastrous situations the way to go? Probably not, but we do not have any other sources here. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. They have kids? What is this? Did they have a party together? I was alone. And by the end of it, when nothing was left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted with my life turn on me like that? How dare he leave me with nothing but the stars, staring at them alone, wondering whether the blood would ever wash off? What? And how by the dragons and their false light. Is all you've done with your freedom, this dastardly achieved freedom, this? There's still blood on your hands. It took me way too long to realize that I didn't have to give up, that I'm not like you. What is it? What? I don't know what's... That it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon, the star rain and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open the gates to a new tomorrow. A new horizon, unhaunted by still ghosts. Kassar. Innkeeper. Why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed. The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless and some decisions aren't easy. Decisions are quite easy if you set your mind to it. Ooh. Like, I just realized I turned into a fucking owl, but like, who did they lose? He's making it sound like it's a bunch of people. Were they kings? Like, what's going on here? Say, I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain upon Gaia. An ambitious task. I could decide not to and abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity. Or scared of the consequences. But no, instead I choose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. Look at him with his fucking eyebrows. Oh, he's a problem. It truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. I wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's side, to never be alone again? We did. Didn't they deserve the same? They did. Who is this? Then why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing. We meant nothing to you. I get this is heated, but he's saying this behind the prettiest little butterfly drink possible. The home we built, it meant so little. That's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life, watching the stars? No, there aren't any anymore. It's better that way. So he legitimately took the stars away because at his lowest he was left alone with the stars. That's wild. So intriguing. It's very intriguing. Obviously there's a lot of manipulation going on here, but it's very intriguing. I'm like itching to know everything. It means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain. Like that. So naive. So stupid. It meant everything to me. It was bound to break. What? Connection's getting spotty. I'm gonna take a quick look at a few things. Which does look super gross. Hold on. Let me check a few things real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I see like everything is in the green, but I do see like the bitrate graph is ridiculously low. So let's just chill out for a second before I like push too much further in this. I am gonna save it just in case something silly happens. Apparently we're using the last save. Twilight Zinnias. Yeah, that bit rate's still pretty low. We'll check in chat. How are things looking? I am a little suspicious. It's good now? Okay. Drew says it's good. We're gonna trust it. I just didn't want like anyone to miss this, because I feel like this has been the whole point of the whole fucking game. Alright, we're gonna be bad. Drew said you can't flirt with your exes. I'm a grown-ass adult, so we're gonna flirt with this one right here. So don't worry about it. Mind your business. It meant everything to me. Ooh, we got the don't lie to me. I'm picturing like a whole like punching the desk like shake. Oh. Also, I'm so confused to what happened between these two. Yes, absolutely 100%. Oof, it's gonna be good. I've seen through the charade. I almost said charade. Which doesn't matter. The disappointed message. I've seen through the charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Tricks? What is like? Does he actually like? Were we actually manipulative? What's the deal? Look at the stars now as they lie at our feet. A declaration of your failure. An elegy to your cowardice. I need specifics. Give me specifics, Kazar. And a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even your little replacements. Soon, there'll be no more but a fading memory on the horizon. Feels familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive, indeed. What you should ask yourself is for how much longer? And if the time comes, will you run again? No. But you sent them to their deaths, did you not? I sent them to stop you. I'm aware. That's... God, he's hot. I hate this. This is so bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Did anyone see... No one loved it very much. I think I was the only person that liked it. But not for like good reasons. Did anyone watch like the Lord of the Rings show? I think it was on Amazon Prime. What is it called? Rings of Power. Did anyone watch that? Anyone watch that? Well, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but I would absolutely have fallen for the like. There's a certain someone who's a very powerful, influential figure, and he hides his identity, but he's very hot and very charismatic, and he's a problem. I would have fallen. I would have like, you know what? Maybe ruling the world together isn't a bad deal. That, unfortunately, yeah, that's me. That's my bad. Never watched that show, but I'm not a big fantasy fan. Ooh, fair. Let's see. I'm aware. Yeah, see, that's right. Okay. I was just not complaining, but I was just because this was hot. Which reminds me, I'll have to leave soon. If your little pawns interfere with my threads of fate. Gertrude? Come on. It's time to go home. Who's Gertrude? Is that on, dude? It's not letting me do anything. Hold on. Oh. No! Oh, no. Interesting. Care to explain? I sent you a little companion so you wouldn't be so alone. But I need her back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. You don't have to do this. So he knows the whole fucking plan. He knows the whole plan. He knows everything. He knows every conversation that was had in this room. That's bad. That's actually really bad for everybody involved. Lloyd is attracted to the red flags. Welcome to the stream. Well, I can't defend myself. It is what it is. It is what it is. What is that like? Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, it's a problem. You don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Anyway, I got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation. The offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed. Okay. 30 years? 30 years. 30. You're telling me all of this like big ambitious talk, we're talking about millennias, we're talking about 30 years? Is anyone else surprised by this? Like my first hint, right, was that he's what, how old? Hold on, where'd he go? He's 58, so yeah, 30 years, that makes more sense. But yeah, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see. You haven't changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. It's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. Damn, alright. What the fuck did we like? No, wait. You can't tell me we learned more than take the book away from me. That's rude. That's rude. Alright, let's see. 23, let's see, Act 3, The Twilight Flood. 23, The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. 34th of the Astral Moon. That was another thing. Fable missed their barbecue that they were hosting, that they invited everyone to. They've been gone for so long. Alright, we're gonna let this load, but then we're gonna open the book. Alright. Y'all wait. You gotta wait a minute. This is some stuff happened, okay? I wish he wouldn't have come. There's a fucking updated your book of people with all the words that everyone else gets, and we get a I wish he wouldn't have come. They knew I wanted more context, and they're not giving it to me. The fact that his Arcana is the devil, though, that unfortunately is still hot. It's bad. I'm really glad he left, because I wasn't gonna get anything done. Okay, hi Melly. How's it going? Good morning. How's your research going? Well, we did a lot of it. That sounds good? Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. I love Archie's face. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here? None. Archie, I told you already. I might be the bestest detective in Fazor, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime. But investigation has to come first. Oh, that's why he's grumpy, because she's not answering his questions. Honestly, fair. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? Absolutely spot on. Melly's got priorities in order. I mean, it won't, obviously. Because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up. I'm sorry. It seems I can't help but gather material, even now. You're a very impressive detective, and I fear that I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. Is this what I think it is, Detective Molina? I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really? It's not that serious. Yes, I love that face. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. I love his outfit. It's very kid dressing up to act adventurer, but still very fashionable. On it, Patient Zero. Visuals are choppy again, but audio's fine. Thank you, Guru. I'm suspicious. We'll let it ride for a little bit longer, and please feel free to keep me posted if it gets gross. Literally, when I say it gets better, then you've done your job. You scare it away. It's like, I'm picturing like it's a little critter, like, you know how like cats, like some cats don't care, but some cats will like creep up to try to like steal a french fry or something. That's what Twitch acting up is, and you going, hey, stop that, it fixes it. It's a proven science. That's the science. It's proven. I don't make the rules. Andu is no longer afraid, which is great. What's funny is when Asar said, what did he say, Melinda? What was her name? Oh, I forgot we're making a drink. Yeah, we'll get there. How far back can I go? Kassar. What did he call that bird? Let's see. Why can't I see? Anyone remembers that bird's name? Gertrude. Yes. Naughty Twitch. Swiper, no swiping, but it's Twitch. Oh yeah, I'm making a drink. I forgot. Didn't they say toughness? Oh, toughness. I was thinking strength, but no, that is toughness. All right, what are we going with? What's our best? Steel tonic is just a good drink. I would like a toughness though with some wisdom, especially if he's like writing something. I don't think we have a drink that has that, I'll be honest with you. No. Rest in peace. Okay, we'll do this. A little bit of charisma and dexterity, I guess, is good for a writer. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. He's kind of retired from adventuring, like the fightingness of it, so this is probably the best drink for him. Maybe some inspiration. Ooh, yeah, this will be good because it's double negative in strength. Drink does not need strength. Love that. So that's all of the charisma we need. Get that dexterity added up in there. And then the Frigis or the shield. One more. First snow. I haven't given Andu a head pat in a minute. There you go, buddy. So cute. May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write a novella about the superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay? Repay Rishmay. You shouldn't just bear your worries silently. I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been, if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Ex-Thralabury is nothing but a legend. One second. Ex-Thralabury. Ex-Thralabury, okay. Is it trying to be like an Excalibur pun? I don't know. The Lance of Lawigness might be real, but it proved possible to trace its location. And don't get me started on the history of the Sword Balmer. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there aren't any other weapons if he hadn't looked. That's pretty funny. We wouldn't know there weren't any other options. We would have had hope. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh? Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into who this weird bad guy really is. Why don't we tell them? Why are we obsessed with being neutral? With a plan like this, he can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. That's like, that was French, you see that? You see how good I did? No. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache twirlingly malicious. I bet he has a mustache. You do. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Hint, it's us. Like a lover, like an old wound. Ooh. Alright, we're getting in. Exactly. Once we know their identity, we can find them and... Wait, no, I don't condone kidnapping. Maybe we could just... tell them about all the evil stuff this guy is doing, and they could give him a really long lecture. Okay, maybe that isn't the best idea. How does this end? Like, there's no way that the end of the world comes and goes and everyone won and everything's great and they don't find out how close we were to the situation. And there's no way I can picture that they find out that we lied. We might not have had useful information, but we lied about the proximity this whole time and is fine with it. Carolyn alone is gonna kill us. Okay, maybe that isn't the best idea. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy is like a ghost. No one had seen hide nor hair of him before all of this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable, with the flowers and all. I did look up at some of them the ones Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. My guy, instead of going to therapy, he fucking embraced necromancy and is trying to cause the end of the world. So that told me absolutely nothing, besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. It was I was really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all that stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile and oh the portals opened 30 years ago. Oh, the pieces are piecing. Okay. So if the portals opened 30 years ago, did we do that? We're being blamed quite a bit from Kassar. Is... Ooh. And he's 100% unreliable. Like, we cannot even pretend that, like, you and I can be like, oh yeah, Kassar said Innkeep's guilty, Innkeep's guilty. Innkeep might feel guilt, but I am not confident on how much, like, directly our involvement caused the portals to open. I don't know. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes, if the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked their death, and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. Oh, did Innkeep say, like, shouldn't you be making a point? Is that what he meant? The fuck? Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? Does she point a lot and I just haven't noticed? But definitely something doesn't add up. I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing. Yes. I'll write that down. Good. Oh, she swore. I can't believe we couldn't find anything. I love when her tail gets bristly when she's upset. Oh, she's like, ooh. Ooh. Who taught you that word, Melly? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, well. What are you planning on doing now? Just moving right past that. What are you planning on doing now? We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. This feels so disingenuous that we're like, yeah, what have you found out about this man? Yeah, tell me more. What the fuck are we on about? That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this? Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Yup. Thanks for letting us set up here, okay? I'll be on the back, bye. I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. Okay. Does she know about Kassar? Oh, don't you look chipper. It's good to see you too, Una. You can spare me the pleasantries. Long day? Nah, I was just never really into all this research mumbo jumbo. So it seems that everybody who didn't go as one of the adventuring teams stayed back and researched. I guess it's, you know, something to feel like you're doing something. I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group. Ha! Your info gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? How old is Una? Where is she? Ooh. 68. So she's 10 years older than our ex? How old are we? Of course we don't have an entry for us in our own book, but I don't need to tell you that, do I? I feel like if we were a primordial god, Kassar would have mentioned it, right? He would have been like, you of all people, not doing anything. That's basically what he said though, wasn't it? I don't know. Before you get another word out of me, though, I'll need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back? Got it. Alright. She's doing research. I don't know what else to give her. Strength and intelligence. Boom. Curse coffee. Dash to 1. Just in case there's some fighting going on. There's no defense in this drink, unfortunately, and we need all the strength we can get, so neither of these are gonna work for us. Okay. Maybe some inspiration? Okay, that's negative. Ooh, this could do it. Hold on. Let me make sure. I look up this one ingredient every single time. Inspiration. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so we've got our 2 wisdom. Let's get our 1 dexterity in there. Good, and no charisma, no defense, so it is all Ignis for strength. Curse coffee it is. Thank you, Andu. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. I feel like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with it. You got some more adventurers stashed away in those back rooms of yours? Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeep. Timing on that's pretty bad. She wouldn't know. As for their research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that breaking the sigils did is pretty much irreversible. As expected. That teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? Like everything blows up in fireworks and fun? Like killing you? We gotta be serious, we gotta lock in. Like, killing you instantly? Exactly. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? They're taking it in stride. Or they're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure. That sounds like them. What about you? Me? All of this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while. In this business, how often does the world end? Like, what's the metric here? I've saved my life. I've made my choices. Now I'm just doing what I want. Either way. If the end of days comes a-knocking and I'm on my porch, crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. I love when she looks at us like this. It's so good. You're here, looking after the people trying to avert that doomsday scenario. Oh no, she's crying. We probably do too much. I can't believe I had to hear that from you. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No, thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Daring? Yo, that's awesome. That's it's true. It's true. Wow. Not like I need to elaborate. Preaching to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Sure, whatever. Alright, chat, it looks like an ad is about to play. Let's do a quick break so no one misses out on anything. But once we get right back, Una's gonna tell us more about how she suddenly is realizing that she cares about people and that sucks. And maybe the end of the world may or may not happen. We will find out. So see you in a few minutes. I'm gonna say about 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes is gonna be about how long I take the break for. So see you soon. Stretch, get some water, do what you gotta do. Right. Bye. Hello. Welcome back from the break. Hi, Guru. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day, night. Meta glasses ad. Boo. Boo. Okay, so welcome back. I hope everyone had a good break. I was able to get some more tea, stretch. I don't stretch enough until I really think about it. Okay, let's see what we can find out happens next. Yeah, sure, whatever. Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all of this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. What the fuck did we learn about Una? For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares or that these doomsday scenarios scare her, seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page turner. That's right, because she's having Archie write it. Are Melly and Archie still here? In the back. I'll go see if the young'uns need some company. Where's Fable? I'm so stressed out. Ah. Guivre is the name of the achievement. I always love seeing like how many other people we got the achievements. So the one we got earlier was Hello Old Friend. 13.8% of players have gotten that far. Let's see, Guivre, maybe? 9.9% of players have this, so it's a Guivre. Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. Care is so done. Oh, did it not go well? Good afternoon, innkeeper. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. The floorboard should be able to endure it just this once. What happened? It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe. Okay. Why are you kicking Baya out? But please keep the blankets. I would make some soup. He should be good for now. Thanks, Baya. Where you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. So she talks to all the trees, like in a network of some kind. Stay safe, Baya. Oh, they are not doing well. Bit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from the mountain. It's just, I feel bad, alright? So, that doesn't sound too good. Isn't that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, have the others come back yet, Innkeep? They haven't. It's a waiting game then. Great. My favorite. Alright, Innkeep. This is where you come in with a drink. I'm going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue, fellow. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment? That might do. Certainly. Oh, so They were on the adventure to go get, to go to the fire of ore, and try to reforge, Erlin's blade. Did this change color? Has it been this purple this whole time? It must have been. Must have been. Sometimes I'll randomly see a detail that's been there the whole time, and it looks new to me, but I just never noticed it before. Alright, so another defense, another shield drink. Let's get going. Steel tonic. Excellent. I don't think I want to go cerebral with this, especially for Carolyn. So this is a perfect Carolyn drink. Let's get that strength and that defense in there. And just in case it comes to it, let's go ahead and give her Dragon Blessing. That seems pretty good. Alright, we have all of the defense that we're gonna need. And that is Ignis for the strength, and now Pluma for the... Oops. That's one too many, I believe. Okay, go on, dude. What did I miss? Oh. Oops. Steel tonic, you got it. I hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Thanks. This takes the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Oh, I hate doing that. I hate it. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine. For now. Count me in, innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. Or perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll see what I can do. Intelligence, like wisdom? Yeah. He's a thinker. So Silent Owl's pretty good. That's more combat based. I'm not sure if he's gonna... Well... This is actually... Something's telling me. Something's telling me we need to do this. Wizard looks as if they will fall asleep any moment. They're all very sad. They were the backup team for the team that's trying to save the world. And apparently, their quest didn't go well. They haven't told us why, but it does not look like it's going well. But Hexo, the wizard, I love... His clothes always look so comfy. I know I would fall asleep if I wore them. Oh. Yeah, don't do that. We need to pick an infusion for his drink. Maybe some inspiration. This could do. Let me just make sure that that's an inspiration one. It's a haste one. No, give me that back. These both are haste. These both are inspiration, I think. Yep, and then this one's invisibility. Yeah, that's perfect. There it is. One more Tempest for wisdom. And there it is. There's our agility, and finally, strength. Silent Owl. OG Beefong, I told everyone that you thought the fish were ugly looking. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. That's a pretty tall order. 42! What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really fucked. Was it that bad? You don't even know that half of it. Wait, this can't be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. You probably already have some quests in store for us for plans C, D, and X. I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads, and Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Wow, so that really means that the drinks that we made for the other crew, where we went heavily on speed instead of strength, so that they would beat the guy to the portal. And so like that has a lot more weight to it now. Come on, Innkeeper, stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Does he never tell everybody about his ex and how close we are to the situation? This seems so disingenuous. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon, and now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi, you're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. X. Sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach this inn first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go run around without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry. Not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? Caroline is like one of the most like direct yet respectful people. It's fascinating. As long as you realize that yourself. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Oh, that's rich coming from you, Innkeep. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. I'm surprised to see Kyle isn't with you right now. He asked Baya to bring him to Morrow Castle on our way back. He seemed to need some alone time to say goodbye to Evelyn. Aren't you worried he'll get lost on his way back? Kinda. Oh, Hex drew him a pretty good map. Let's hope he doesn't forget how to read maps. That is such a big deal, letting Kyle the vampire go on his own. I mean, he's not immune to sunlight, but he's got the vampire sunscreen. He's survived this long. That's rough. Soon after, Kara and Baya picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pals with the Yeti, and she'd never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then, whoosh. Whoosh? Yeah. 1 minute we're surrounded by nice and lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was so fast, it's barely noteworthy. It was impressive. I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, but I suppose such a feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And then you had to keep blabbing to Baya about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Kara looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that no one there knew anything. Even though we still had no idea where to go, we left the village. Oh, did we not have enough information? Like, what rumors did we have left? Hold on. I feel so bad. Yeah, none of them about locations. That's when Baya let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. And then just screams. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. I did see the tale. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Linny. Good to see you, Millie. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore, or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. So, Maya let out a scream. We had no idea why she did, but before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Hair almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Baya rushed forward. I almost attacked Baya's pen pal. You actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also, pretty good at directions. They pointed us towards the temple. Okay, so they figured out the location. Good. When they did, I noticed a well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out they got it from the temple. That really got the Yeti talking. We learned a bunch about the temple's jewelry making business, and about how anyone approaching the stronghold unannounced would be seen as an enemy, which is a horrible way to run a business. The Yeti explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed on the premises. They didn't want to help us get in though. Something about getting their jewelry buying rights revoked. Maybe Kyle also annoyed them a bit too much by asking for their names so many times. But at least we knew the way, and soon, with that invisibility finally kicking in, we saw it before us. Oh, we gave them invisibility? Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. There was so much walking, I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad really. The winding path looked nice, with all that sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted right over all that rubble. You're too impatient. Kyle cleared the rubble away eventually, didn't he? Yes, we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course, a gigantic wet slab of stone in weathered condition. If there's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's that gates like this one are super inconvenient. I too am an expert at identifying inconvenient things. It's true. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in through the main gate anyways. No, with the invisibility effect from your drink still active, we started to check for any other points of entry. It sounds like the drink was the only positive thing. There was so much rubble, we figured there must have been somewhere for us to slip through. Well, there wasn't. And I was already starting to feel this itch of the invisibility wearing off. We were running out of time. Come on, tell the innkeep what you decided we should do next. We might have tried to scale the temple walls. We made it close to the top. But then the stone started to crumble right under our hands. X was the first to fall, but it didn't take long for us to follow. Though, it's good to fall with a wizard that can cast a spell to slow your descent rather than break your necks. And here I thought you guys just wanted a big group hug. If you want more group hugs, maybe cast that spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh, sure, I'll try to practice spellcasting while falling at terminal velocity more for next time. Well, it did manage to before we turned into a big puddle of adventurer soup. If only we'd managed to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know creatures that big lived out there. Me neither. Right next to us, where what we had thought was a snow-covered mountain, an eye as big as Care opened. It was the guardian of the temple. It slowly lifted its massive head and realized that mountain path we had been walking on earlier. was no path but the body of the Grievray? Its snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white iridescent scales. For a few moments, it just stared us down. The gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. Opal's so pretty. What I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The Griever? I don't know. The Griever unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against its body and rose into the air. An attack position. It struck with such speed, we only avoided it thanks to Carrie's quick reflexes when she pushed us into the snow. All I could think about was that I didn't want to fight it. When it was getting back into position for another strike, I screamed our intentions out. I couldn't imagine the dragon's guardian would be indifferent to our objective. It didn't seem to care much about it though. Or it didn't hear us. I didn't want to give up. We had to communicate with it in a way that it couldn't ignore. So we choreographed an expressionist dance. No. Not really. That would have been a lot funnier. Hex is not now, Hex. Literally not now. In any case, instead of trying to fight it, I told the others to get moving and get our message across. I written it in large letters in the snow. Ever try to stomp out letters while a giant reptile's attacking you, Innkeeper? This is so funny. I don't even remember the drink we gave him. Apparently it had invisibility. Like, unfortunately though, I can't even remember. I don't think we had Ghostberry yet. If we did, it was a new. So, do you think we just focused on like intelligence? Yeah, it looks like intelligence was high up there. Maybe for this group, like wisdom was not the way to go. A heck of a core workout. I think I developed muscles where no muscles should ever develop. Watch out, you might become the first wizard to complete a push-up. And did it work? The push-up? No, the writing in the snow thing. Wasn't sure at first. But when the attack stopped, I saw it looking intently at what we had written. Then it launched itself in our direction again. Instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted on top of its head. I thought we were sent into the Twat's realm for a second, not gonna lie. So I want to know how many letters they got out. Like, and what words did they prioritize? Like, world ending, we're fixing it? Like, or did they get a chance to explain the fire? But instead, we were just lifted higher and higher into the air, towards the temple. Soon, we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. The guardian must have understood us after all, because it was taking us to the only place I could have imagined the flame to be. Soon, we were close enough for us to jump down from the guardian. And then I saw the altar. Uh-oh, what's wrong with the altar? What happened to the altar? What did you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We were so foolish. This had to have been... Kassar must have gotten there right before they did. That's the only thing I can think of. Because it sounds like the snake expected it to be there. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temples. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the Highlands. Oh. I should have known that an eternal flame was too good to be true. It was all such a waste of time. You can imagine our shock at what we saw, Innkeeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priests hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind and the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. And then you have to go home. Then you have to walk home with everyone. You know what I mean? Like, that's just awkward. The guardian didn't need to say a word. I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling, it couldn't compare to the grief in the guardian's eyes. Eventually, we were joined by some of the priests who confirmed what we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship on the day of the flood. Damn. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priests offered us. I'm hoping they got like some information, like something. I think they felt bad for us. There's community and shared grief. They were pretty interested in that sword of yours as well. Considering everything we've learned in the last few days, the minor divinity of it feels hardly noteworthy. I'll cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I'm also just glad that it'll remain a memento of my grandma. It was stupid to think I could try to rival her feats. But I didn't expect you to talk to those priests for so long. I'd never seen you so forthcoming before, Rhea. Ain't exactly every day you see that kind of smith and mastery on display. The jewelry those priests were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight dripping. Okay, excellent. No. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when Nico says it. Yeah, because he's like, they're just allowed to. That level of craftsmanship is to be expected of Ur's people, I guess. They were really generous as well. Practically forced those opals on you. And that blueprint. You misunderstanding that one, Care. That was for ye. It's a sword blueprint that's been passed down since the conception of that temple. A form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Then they wasted it. I know you won't hear it now, but if you ever feel different, it'd be an honor to forge it for you. Aww. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Bias seemed unbothered. We headed out to the courtyard, where slowly but surely she grew a whole tree. Bias sick. Bias so cool. Like, what do you mean? Its branches were stark white and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterwards what kind of tree it was, but she just replied that it was the dream of the soil. You know what that meant? The priest looked very touched by its appearance. But we needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. I wonder if it was a tree, like, that would have been grown there a long time ago, right? That'd be interesting. We stopped by Baya's and then headed over here. That's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oof. Quit your yapping. You were going on and on about this all the way over here, too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. If you stupid competition. Hex, chill out. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Oh. What? What? I'm like trying to read their faces. Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less? Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, we have no context for what an earthquake could be caused by. What about Mel and the others? I need to... I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. I know this is a hard time for all of us. But I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. was probably so stressed. Like, it's so sad because she was supposed to be like, not the chosen one, but like her family heirloom sword was gonna be infused with this flame that they found, and it was gonna be like the sword for fighting this necromancer, and it did not work out. It's getting late. There's always a room for you upstairs if you get tired, Care. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. First star. Why is Clay angry? Hold on. What was that objective we just got? So 7.6% of players have this achievement. Welcome back. Keep it. Okay, I might just be quiet. Where are the others? Nico's outside trying to calm Voy down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. What? Did he have a panic attack? I hope Tia isn't giving him too much of a hard time about it. What? Oh no. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Stop it. Gone. She's gone? She left? No, she's dead. Tia can't be dead. You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. There's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No. We got away before anyone else went down. That's good. What about Fable? Did you see them there? In the chasm, maybe? No. We didn't find them. So, what? Yikes. Big yikes. I found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back? I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink they would have been okay. Damn, Clay. What do you mean? You didn't make him a drinking keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them. Here's the thing. While I agree that the innkeep was acting up and being silly, how do I say this? It kind of feels odd that not giving them a drink is something that they're like, you endangered them. Like they're a grown adult. They made their own choices. I don't know. It's an odd like slant to it. Was it wrong not to give them a drink? Yes, but I don't know. It's just a weird. There's a weird flavor to it that takes away their autonomy by saying that it's innkeep's fault entirely. I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot. I realize that now. You should think the dragons I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough. Don't you worry. You better, if anything happened to them. If they end up like Alithia, I know, me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Oh, they left her there? Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? An it? Play. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. Alright, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. But their friendship bracelets, he's supposed to be able to feel where she is at all times. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you wouldn't choose anything else. Clay, I get it that she was your bestie. You gotta, oh. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. He did promise Melly he wouldn't die. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place. So they don't want drinks. Okay, Nils wants one. I need to tell you what happened after all, even though I rather wouldn't. Got anything to make that easier? I'm running out of secrets, so don't worry. There's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. That's been like all of the drinks that they want are charisma drinks. I don't even know the best drink to make at any time anymore because I don't know, like, the world's not over. So like maybe they're still gonna fight, maybe they're not. I do not know like what the build-up is. Up until this point, I had like there was a formula. You knew what the characters were getting into. You knew they were getting ready for a quest. You knew that the world was gonna end. And you had an idea on what they were preparing for. Now I've got no idea, considering that now both quests that were supposed to deal with this guy didn't have any luck. I don't know what we're preparing for, but charisma drink, it's charisma. Give them a shield, I guess? I don't know. Want some divine protection, maybe? Sure. That seems nice. I'm so lost. Okay, that's all of the defense that we need. There's some Cantio. One more. Alright, 1,000 wins. I do not know. I do not know. Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. Did you stop him? No. Oh. Damn. He was faster than us, somehow. So the fact that we picked a speed drink meant nothing. Melly and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home." He knew you were coming? Apparently, Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. Damn. It was... Calling it the realm of nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Voy. Oh, do you think Fable's gonna come through? You think Fable's gonna come through and like save the world all in their own power without a drink? Wouldn't have made it without Voy. And Tia's light. And Tia's light. We ran into the necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Let's see. I want to go check on something real quick. Let's see, what time is it? I'm just gonna put on a quick break. Something just popped up on my end. I will be right back. Thank you for hanging out. Maybe 5 minutes. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for hanging in there with a quick break. I just heard some noises and I was like, I'm gonna go check on that. But no, everything's fine. Alright, perfect. Let's see. Alright, that's everything we need. Alright, we're back. Alright, maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe it'd be a good distraction for him too, but the necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. The boy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him, and we were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were faster than even his new army. So we quickly cornered him and thought we would stand a fighting chance, but that magic fucker cast some sort of slow spell on us. It sounds like no matter what drink they had, they would have failed. Not even one round in and we were reduced to our normal speed. At least we still had some defense. Tia was right. It helped protect us against a lot of blows we might not have survived otherwise. But we were still losing ground, not to mention the battle. He pushed us back towards the edge of the Twilight Chasm and the portal we had entered from. He almost got Voy at that point. Voy had just played some sick solo that momentarily charmed one of the monsters away from Clay, when an axe landed in his shoulder. He was on the ground before any of us could get to him, and then the necromancer just stopped, staring down at him like he was looking at a ghost. Maybe Voy reminded him of something. Is that why the innkeep was like being so friendly with Voy? Does Voy look like someone that they knew 30 years ago? Maybe his dead fucking heart. Maybe. He gave Unico enough time to pull Voy away and through the portal back to the moon pools. It's true, you know. You can see all of the 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. Damn. And for all the monsters swarming us left and right. We were trying to cut them back, trying to cut them down, but every time we killed one, he would just bring them back. Over and over and over again. And then Clay finally found an opening. He cut down 4 creatures at once and got through to the necromancer, who was preoccupied with resurrecting a fallen giant. It should have been an easy hit, but Clay got reckless. That's when I saw the necromancer smile, saw him notice Clay approaching. I tried to call out, but I wasn't fast enough. Just when Clay got within reach, the necromancer swung. What, got a sneeze? Excuse me, okay. Just when Clay got within reach, the necromancer swung out his axe, and it should have killed me. It should have killed me. I'm glad it didn't. Don't be. The axe hit Tia right in the chest as she shielded Clay with her body. She moved so fast. I think when she saw Clay in danger, she finally managed to break out of the slow spell. I saw she wanted to protect him, so I pushed Clay out of the necromancer's way. And as Tia lay there, her body in the pool of the astral moon's light, he brought the axe down again. You shouldn't have pushed me. She died to save you. I had to honor that. We might have been able to save her from dying if you hadn't. I wish that was true too. We should have shielded her body so we could revive her. I think that would be a little hard to do now. Why is that? When she fell, the necromancer brought her back, just raised her up like a puppet, like it was nothing. Ooh. Okay, so she's alive-ish. She was looking right at me. She looked so sad because I didn't save her. Why couldn't I save her? When I saw an undead Tia rise to her feet, her weapon and shield leveled at us, I knew we had to run. I couldn't risk losing anyone else. Nico picked up Voy as soon as I called for us to flee. Gay didn't want to leave until Voy started pleading with her. while he was almost bleeding out. She helped me pull Clay away. I still think it was wrong. It was. It wasn't. They literally would have died there. Like, they fought for so long by the sounds of it, and he just kept bringing them back. It was not. Nils made the right choice. There would have been no point in losing you all, too. Agreed. At least y'all get to live. After that, we made our way back here. We didn't know where else to go. I'm glad you all made it back, but I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Man, this is bad. This is fucked up. But we learned from Scully and, you know, a couple other characters that being undead isn't the end of the world. I almost wonder, though, if we bring the necromancer around, will she be chill? Like, I don't know what the rules are here. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her? The dragons are neutral. Ooh, hold on. Here we go. The dragons are neutral. Are we a dragon? I've been trying to say this the whole time. I don't remember the names of all the dragons, and they don't give us a glossary, but the dragons are neutral, and he's so quick to say it too. That would be super interesting if we were a dragon. That's all I'm saying. Sure are. The real fucker is the madman who killed her. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. That's right, he needed a cleric. She would hate being turned into another monster we can use. If we can't get her back, we at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you. Dang. But it is what it is, right? You see, we can't go back. We can't change anything. We screwed up. Played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. I do not know how the Innkeep gets out of this. How the Innkeep gets out of knowing too much, but also nothing at the same time, right? Like, he actually doesn't know how to stop this guy. But he knows too much. He found out after they left that he's been spying on the inn, and that he knows all the conversations that happened up until this point. So he knew what their plan was. He knew what their plan was. I do not know how the Innkeep just casually goes, hey guys, by the way, I kind of know this guy. We had a thing 30 years ago. Sorry about it. I don't, because then he loses everyone's trust. Everyone doesn't trust him at the moment anyways, or they don't trust each other very well. It's all very tenuous. So I do not know how this gets better. Or how he admits his relationship to this guy in a way that doesn't jeopardize everything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. I was wondering about that. There's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like if we had just done something different. If I had been more stubborn. I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think he... Necromancer. I think he heard everything. What you planned, I mean. How could that even be possible? After you left, the jackdaw near my window, I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How did you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault the plan failed. You outsmarted us, all of us. Okay, so there's like crumbs of truth that we just made? Okay. So there's nothing we could have done? That can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Or's axe. He has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. You've gotta be kidding me. What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Fuck! Honestly. So we've lost? It's over. Yeah. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, but we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Play. No, I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spine bird in your tavern. Or maybe you did, who knows? Dang. You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this? This is really interesting. Like, obviously he's grieving, but like his personality's completely changed. I can't afford to care? Part of me is very interested to see where the fuck everything goes. If we pick that, I'm so intrigued to pick that. But he does care. He cares now. He literally does. Okay, he's in it. I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then? Screw this, I'm done hearing excuses, and I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Clay, please stay. I have no idea where this goes next. Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him? If I was him, I'd kill all of us, so no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know, something fast maybe. Didn't help with the fight, but might help my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. Yikes. Alright, she wants speed. I can give her the new hot chocolate. This is so sad. Is there more divine protection I can give? Yeah, I can do divine protection in the hot chocolate. I'm so, like, I don't know what could happen. And it's really sad to have a character death this far into a game that has required so much, like, to get to where we are. And it almost feels like it would have happened no matter what. I don't know, maybe I'm just being wishful thinking. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drinks did she like? Defense all the way. Adds up. Oh, this does not look good. I just got an achievement for that. That just ended. It just ended the day. Usually... Wait, what? This is 23, the Wheel of Fortune. Did we just restart the day? Act 4, the Wake? Ooh. Alright, chat. We are getting to that time of day, though, that we're gonna have to wrap up. Let me get saved before I forget. But thank you everyone for being here. I am very thankful for everyone who's subscribed, watching for free, lurking, chatting. I appreciate you all very much. My streaming schedule is Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Time is when I play co-op games with the squad. But that's everything that I'm up to. If you haven't already, please subscribe to me on YouTube. That's Lloyd_Lloydster. I have a video that's going up this week, and I'll post about it when it's up, but the fastest way to see it is if you subscribe and turn on notifications, alright? So thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!